Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with another crazy synergy. Today I will show you how to use broken new exotic mask with Bluescreen exotic LMG, which by the way can deal some really nice damage. But most importantly, this build will give you some crazy shenanigans, and eventually when the mask will be finally fixed, you gonna clap booty cheeks like there is no tomorrow. This build is hell of a fun. We gonna apply shit ton of status effects, and enemies will have more issues than your ex and mama all put together. This build, I definitely recommend you to try this one. We have crazy amount of skill power as well. If you will use TDI named pistol, you will have 5 skill tiers, and if you're gonna replace my gunner specialization with technician specialization, boom, you have maximum possible 6 skill tiers. Throw in the mix future perfection talent on your pistol and you will proc overcharge. Even in this setup right now which I'm rocking, you can proc overcharge really easy. For my main skills here I'm using turret and revive a hive. If shit will hit the fan, you can always help out your teammates, and maybe even if you will go down, you will pick yourself up. But before we continue, quick word from the sponsor, EngineSnowdrop. If you don't have enough time or good teammates, but you still don't have all the best items in your game, then the EngineSnowdrop is site for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your orders super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services. It's amazing deal, especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in comment section or contact the operator, and rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this build, and like I said, this one is kinda crazy. We are using Bluescreen exotic LMG, which has 200 bullets. You can spray and pray with this bad boy and suppress every goddamn enemy on battlefield. On top of that, you're gonna stack it, and by using your skills you can proc disorientation on marked enemies, and that's really handy. But most importantly, that will proc your exotic mask. For specialization, you have 2 options. Gunner specialization, why? Because I'm using it for armor on kill attribute. Increased rate of fire will help us to stack Bluescreen exotic LMG a little bit quicker. We have foam grenades, we have benchy pulls. If you want to take out revive a hive, you can use benchy pulls. Really nice skill for PvP and PvE. But you have second option, that's technician specialization to increase your skill damage, and maybe you want to use assault turret and striker drone together, or maybe stinger hive throw in the mix. So definitely you have option there. Even for lazy players, you could use artificial hive, which would heal your assault turret on the fly and your teammates skills as well. So you have quite an options in regards of specialization and how you want to set this build. Remember, this is simply a template. You can modify this build to fit your playstyle more. This is how I'm playing right now. For my main weapon, I'm using Bluescreen exotic LMG. It has 200 bullets, but Pursuit is my second weapon, and I really love this SMG, especially when you're not using your skills. That SMG can create some crazy DPS output. For pistol, TDI named pistol with future perfection talent. Unfortunately, preservation talent doesn't work anymore with skill kills, so preservation is not longer one of the options on the pistol. But you have future perfection, you have in sync, and of course you have a sledgehammer option. So 3 options, 3 different talents. Each of those talents has its own benefits. In sync will boost your skill damage and weapon damage. Sledgehammer will increase your party DPS output, and future perfection will increase your skill damage and will give you potential to overcharge your skills. For the set itself, I'm using new exotic mask, which you can get by completing the last mission in Brooklyn's DLC. Drop chance is not that high, but if you can get lucky, you can get it in a couple runs. But if your RNG sucks just like my RNG sucks, hit me up on Xbox. My gamer tag is running butcher without G at the end, because there is a limit on letters how many you can use, and so I had to short something in my name, and so it's like running butcher. Most likely I will leave a comment down below with my full tag, so you could find me if you need help, because I have like a couple of these masks now and I can drop it for you for sure. For chest piece, so I'm using of course DPS talent to increase my DPS output. I'm rocking Obliterate. Obliterate will do some wonders even with our SMG and Bluescreen exotic LMG. I'm using two pieces from Arquebus set. I'm using Arquebus Name It Picar's holster, which will give me weapon damage as minor attribute, and two-piece brand set bonus will give me skill haste and additional skill tier. That's crazy synergy right there. For backpack, I'm using Palisades backpack with Bloodsucker talent. Really nice talent, but most likely if you will play in team, Bloodsucker will not be the most efficient way to go here, so I would recommend you to maybe use Adrenaline Rush, or maybe even Galvanize if you want, but Galvanize with Galvanize maybe you need to adjust your playstyle a little bit there, but the Adrenaline Rush will do the work, trust me. So for knee pads and gloves, I'm using kinda crazy synergy, but still one of the best DPS pieces in the game, because knee pads will give me damage to targets out of cover, and LMG gloves, constructor's gloves, and fox spray knee pads. So two named pieces. Constructor's gloves will give me damage to armor, and these two attributes will boost also our skill damage. So that's really important to understand. Not only have skill damage on these pieces, damage out of cover, damage to armor will boost even further our damage. Also, it's like different separate damage buckets, so we are gonna amplify our damage a little bit further, and as my core attribute I'm using skill tier. For the mod slot though, you have two options. You could use protection from elite mods, or simply use crit chance and crit damage. So two options there. If you feel that you need a little bit more survivability, you can go with protection from elites. If you think everything is just fine, Bloodsucker works, or Adrenaline Rush will cover your ass enough, then go full blast into DPS mode. Butcher the mic. Bye.